Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live video for Scents, Spirits and Scents. Yeah, we're here to happy hour with you, wanting to know exactly what you did over the holidays and what were some of the fragrances that you were wearing. We gathered a few of our favorites, some that we've been wearing this week, some we haven't reached out yet, but we plan to in the next couple of weeks. But just wanted to say hello to everyone and thank you for being here.
And Merry belated Christmas and Happy Early New Year.
Happy New Year for sure.
Happy New Year.
We are ready for 2023. Hopefully it will be a much more exciting year. I think we had a very busy year in 2022. So I'm looking forward to a little bit more relaxation, a little bit more calm.
Compared to the previous 2 years, you cannot complain about 2022. Nobody can complain after 2020, and then 21 wasn't that much better. So you have to look back and say, like, hey, it was better, or definitely not worse.
No, it definitely was better, but I think it was still a little stressful, kind of readjusting to things, and so it's nice to just kind of reflect, reset, and then hopefully look for renewal.
All right, so Christmas is over, which is always kind of a stress relief these days, which is funny. You know, you always used to look forward to and love Christmas, but now you're the one who has to do a lot of the work, and when mainly you, not saying me. But now that it's over.
Are you saying that I'm Santa and the host and the cook?
You're Santa and Mrs. Claus and the baker and the candlestick maker and all that. Yes, but you got to chill a little bit this past week. But let's rewind. What got for Christmas? Like, this is actually kind of shocking. Tell everyone what fragrances you got for Christmas.
For Christmas, I did not get a single fragrance for Christmas. Can you believe that?
Why?
I know you had asked me. You had asked me.
You're pivoting now to something else.
Well, you had asked me if there were a few fragrances that I had received prior to. I would say it was more of a Thanksgiving last haul for me for 2022, and I shared those on the last two lives, I think. Mm-hmm. But this time I am pivoting. I'm slowing down on the fragrance purchases just because I feel like I have so many that I want to actually just kind of explore, wear a little bit more, get a little bit more use out of. But purses, I received a few purses for Christmas. And so that was really exciting.
Santa was nice to you.
Very nice to me,
keep in mind, remember, go back just a minute ago. Who's Santa?
I am. Oh, are you Santa saying that I was nice to myself?
You were. You put yourself on a nice list.
Come on.
Anyways,
that wasn't it.
But you also did get some fragrances, or you're going to get some fragrances because somebody got you.
Yes. So in my next, I can't talk. Can you explain why I can't talk?
Stress. Yes. I want those things on the tongue.
I have a stress thing on my tongue. Yes. And so if I sound like I have a lisp, it's not because I have a tooth problem, but it's stress related. And I don't know. Okay, let's move on. But if I sound a little funny, that's because why. So anyway, back to the Christmas and my future haul. I did receive a gift certificate from Fragrance Net. That is one of the fragrance online shops that I do frequent every now and then. Between Joma Shop, Fragrance Net, Fragrance by Canada, and trying to think what other location. Gift Express. Those are usually my online go-tos. And then there are a few trusted eBay sellers that I like to frequent for those discounted fragrances, those fragrances that are discontinued, no longer available. And so there are some trusted eBay stores that I shop for those hard to find variety fragrances, and they are authentic. They come out very well. Your purchase is always protected by eBay. If anything comes through to you that is inauthentic, you definitely get your money back. So that being said, do have a future haul in the making. Now, another thing that was crazy, I know he was expecting probably more fragrances from Santa, and you only got one.
I know. I think I'm a little disappointed, actually. I was hoping for more. I just expected it, right? I expected to get like 2 or 3.
Yes.
Because last Christmas, I think I got a couple. But it's okay, but I got one, and it's pretty good. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
That's the theme right now. What did you get for Christmas?
What did you get for Christmas or the holiday? If you don't celebrate Christmas, we welcome any, winter holidays here.
Right.
So if you were celebrating Kwanzaa, if you were celebrating Hanukkah, whatever it is that may be, you are welcome to share your fragrance purchases here.
Festivus.
Yes, absolutely. And so you can share those with us. Which ones did you buy recently? Which ones did you receive as a gift? Share those with us. Or if you feel like we need to get, what should I get with my gift certificate? Comment in the comment section.
So do a comment. But first, before we get to that, Money Burner is on. All right. So a couple of comments. So first of all, notice that you changed your hair. It looks amazing.
Oh, yes.
You noticed on camera. That's pretty impressive.
Wow. Okay. Seriously, this guy, we talked about this. A little bit of a charmer.
I was going to say, look, okay.
A little bit of a charmer.
Start out by saying this must be the cover of People magazine. With Velma and her handsome husband.
Oh, that is so sweet. Did we tell them about the whole story with Jennifer years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, back to, that's hilarious. Back to my hair. Yes, thank you so much. This is very sweet because, I've been on the struggle bus a little bit lately. And so I did. I got some highlights, some lowlights, and of course had to hide the gray. So, but thank you. That is so sweet.
All right. Now, he said he doesn't celebrate Christmas, only Festivus.
Okay.
I mean, it's for the rest of us. It's okay.
Yes,
That's good.
Yes.
And then Bilbo Fragrance.
Oh, thank you so much.
Also, you guys are way too nice.
That is very sweet.
Saying hello. All right. So, guys, comment, because I know y'all are obviously into fragrances. What did you get, either yourself or someone get you? All right, for the winter holidays.
Just for the winter holidays, or if there was a recent sale that you took part on. I know there were so many different sales going on. I had to resist because so many of the larger designer companies had where you could buy one and you'd get one 30% off, or you would get 40% off, different sets. So I know Armani had some really good sales. I'm
impressed. I'm surprised you actually did resist.
I did resist.
You did resist.
I did resist.
Yes. I guess that's good. It's an adjustment. I mean, I know you're not going to just stop buying fragrances completely.
No.
You put a little pause. That's okay.
I did. And I guess because Rolling in Love. I told you, Killian, there are a few fragrances that I want, but nothing that I'm like dying to have at this moment. Like, I feel like I have a substantial enough, like a good selection to choose from. And it's funny because, oh my gosh, there was a viewer who watched a couple weeks ago, and she said, y'all drive me crazy, or y'all are something along those lines. And she says, you talk about being obsessed with fragrances, but your bottles are all full. And I said, well, it's hard. And
we have so many.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's hard when you are a collector. Like I told her, I said, you'll never see our bottles empty because it's just so hard to tap into, the levels of your bottle and how much you use it. Yeah. So they will look like, they're still full, but they're still getting quite a bit of use. And for me, I'm not an oversprayer. I'm not. I have asthma, I have allergies. I am sensitive to certain scents. And so I'm not a heavy sprayer. I just am not. And
you're the type you don't want to be like, hey, everybody look at me and smell. You want to come in a room and overpower people. You want to be subtle. You want to be...
It's
modest.
Right. And I would say it would be more of an intimate, arm's length type of that's just who I am. I don't want this like I'm walking into the room and then I have a trail or a tail behind me. That's just not who I am. And so, I use my fragrances, but you won't see a huge dent unless there is one that I am just absolutely loving and I'm using it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, and I agree. That's the down thing is there's some of these I know they're really good, and like I've only used them twice because I have so many others. It's like I don't want to just ignore any and not use them, but then you feel like they're all underused, so it's good and take. But I see the appeal of always having a new one because it's fun, right? Always having a different one, and they're all unique.
Yes, they are all very unique. And so when we talk about shopping and stuff, all of my fragrances are blind buys, all of them, because I like the experience. I like the, mystery behind it. If I'm really going to love this, am I going to not, really care for it? But I kind of do my research on the notes that I really love. And those are the ones that I kind of go toward or lean toward. And so because of that, like I enjoy the whole process,
All right, so we got a few people on now, some of our loyal viewers. Muse 31 saying Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Cheers.
And then
cheers.
Justin Copenhagen. Okay, so talk about, we didn't usually put up scent of the day, scent of the night. This is more a theme like Christmas and winter, like what'd you get, like new things. But
Second Soul.
Scent of the night, Second Soul. Are you familiar with
I am not familiar with Second Soul. I'm not. Hi, my Ave.
The whole cruise here.
We have some of our girls and their friends here, and so you'll see a few of their friends walking. They know we're on live. They have nothing to hide.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah.
All right.
Teenagers.
So Second Soul, you're gonna have to look into that. I guess I'm gonna have to look into that if he's wearing it. Then maybe you should have got me a gift certificate for fragrance, and I get myself one. I only got one for Christmas. I'm actually kind of disappointed now that I think about it. Just kidding.
Okay.
All right, Kevin again saying how fabulous your hair is.
Oh, that is really so sweet. Honestly, like for him to notice that my hair has changed, I don't even think you noticed.
I was with you, so I knew. You didn't have to notice, which is good because I wouldn't have noticed.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, we'll put this way. This is like, it's almost too much, but yeah.
Okay.
He says, when you look like Velma, you don't need to overspray.
Oh, the Zumba classes are paying off. Girl. Yay. Yeah. Yay. That's awesome. Yes. Love my Zumba.
All right. I guess maybe. I mean, it's not New Year's Eve. It is tomorrow. We should probably be having like some rosé or some.
We could.
Champagne.
Yes. Don't we have a few bottles? We do.
We do. We have a few.
We have
We're
a
not
few.
Gonna get through them all tomorrow, so.
No, we can definitely.
We can get to that later.
Okay.
Or you want it now?
No, I mean if y'all are.
A couple more minutes.
Are y'all here with us for at least an hour? At least.
Yeah.
And if you notice, oh my gosh. Okay, last week our dogs were insane. Do you hear that? Listen. There's no sound. Our doggies are at Grandma and Grandpa's house.
They're on vacation.
Yes. And
well, it's a vacation for us.
It is a vacation for us just because our sweet stone likes to wake us up early in the morning. And so there's no interruption. So we can have the champagne. We can stay here late. We can stay here as long as y'all want to be on. So yeah, I say break out the champagne.
All right. So let's see. Okay, a little candle talk here, I guess. Bill was saying he's lighting some candles, and then asking her the Yankee candles. All right. So let's get to it, guys. What else? Either scent of the night, like what are you wearing? What have you been wearing today? Or what did you get this past week, if anything? So throw it in there. Throw it in the comments. What'd you get? And I'll wait a minute and talk about what I got.
And it doesn't have to be fragrances. Like you can talk about whatever gifts you were gifted, or if you did something special for somebody else, that would be nice to know too. Hi. You can say hi. This is our baby girl. Well, she's our oldest. Hi. Okay.
Yes, we will.
I love y'all.
I love y'all.
Okay, y'all be safe. It's okay. Come on.
Say hi to Lima. She's watching, I'm sure.
Hi, Lima.
Oh,
Thank you.
Y'all be careful.
Thank you.
Y'all be careful. Y'all be good. Okay? Yes. And y'all are welcome back.
I will
If
check
y'all
out
need a place to
Yes,
stay,
thank
y'all are welcome back. Okay. All right. Be safe. Be in touch. Okay. All right. So, yes, the high school crew, they're like all seniors. They're so sweet. Seniors in high school. So they're getting ready to celebrate with friends right now.
All right. Y'all are way too nice. This is a beautiful family.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Good advice. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Gotta keep your
and
skin
shout out
looking
to Lima if she's watching.
Yes, if
Hi,
she's
Mom.
watching. Is she?
She's probably watching. If she's not watching like right now, she'll watch it tomorrow.
Yes,
so.
yes.
She got a lot of airtime last week.
Well, it's so sweet because we have a great support system. They know that, my little channel's trying to grow, and so they're supporting me when they can. And last week I had a lot of my cousins pop on, so that was very sweet of them. And I don't know, they're here for us, so that's all very good. We're very blessed. Okay, so going back to, let's talk about it. Let me see. I'm sorry, I have to get close. Okay. All right, you guys are talking to each other, so talk to us. Let us know.
Yeah, let's talk fragrances. What do we get? What'd you get? What do you want? What are you still going to get this new year? What are we looking for in the new year?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, you do have now some free reign. You got the gift certificate.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to get with it? You're going to get the ones that Jeanette, which by the way, Jeanette's probably busy. She's always on here, but what are you going to get? One of the ones she recommended? What are you looking for? Is there something you have on your list?
There's a couple that she has recommended, and I'll probably reach out to her on Instagram just to kind of get like her top 3. But Rolling in Love, I think, is one that I want to add to my collection. Yes. So the guys just took it. Aventus Creed.
Yeah.
The guys want to smell good before they went. We told them, you don't need to spray at home. Just come and spray here before y'all go to the party.
Yeah, plenty of choices. And look, that's good. I'm glad, because then they're getting more use, not just me, right?
Yeah.
That was and they're going to go out. That's perfect.
Yes. Okay. So Rolling in Love, I think I want to add to my collection.
And he's like, what don't I want? I want everything.
Everything. Okay, we'll start with your top 3.
Yeah.
And then you know what? And we're going to write these down because, Pierre has a nice collection, but he doesn't have them all, for sure. And so let me
not even close. All right, there you go. So you know what? I'll start with this before I get to the one.
One of them was going to use late.
Okay, make news, whatever they. Okay, so let me talk about, because you mentioned Creed. Okay, we'll put that up when she gets back. Before I talk about the one I did get for Christmas, one that I wore this week that I hadn't really worn before, because I think it's better for this time of year, because somebody just borrowed the Creed Aventus. Creed Irish Green, even though oddly enough the bottle is completely black, and you'd think it would go Irish Tweed. Green Irish Tweed. Okay. So this one is very green. Not gonna lie. It's to me very tree-like, but you know what? This is perfect to me for Christmas. This is how I wore it the day of Christmas Eve night, because to me, I associate it with trees, pine tree. The green, I think it's perfect. It was kind of cold, so I thought this was good for that. And I don't wear this very often because I don't always want to smell like a tree, but it's nice, it's elegant. It is what it reminded me of, so I wore this one. I don't wear it often because I know how expensive it is, but I do like this. I like the green because I found out doing research. I don't remember why. It was for a video that we hadn't done yet. Maybe you'll do one day.
Yeah.
What colognes did James Bond wear? Like the actual James Bond. And
yes.
I think it was Sean Connery.
Out of all the different actors that played.
Sean Connery was an older one.
Yes. Sean Connery, I think, which was surprising to me, wore the least of my favorite.
Yeah, it was obviously he's been gone.
This was Daniel Craig, I think.
Was it? No, I think it was Timothy Dalton.
Was it?
I think it was Timothy Dalton. Daniel Craig wore something a little more modern. Anyways.
Okay, I'll look it up.
But I think there was 2 of them. Maybe it was both. I think there were 2 of them that said this is what they wore, Irish. But I think Timothy Dalton, could be wrong here, is Irish. I could be totally wrong. Anyways, one of the James Bonds wore this. It's really nice, but again, to me for a very specific occasion. So I thought this was perfect for Christmas Eve. So I wore the Creed.
Okay, very good. I don't know if I'll find it, but anyway.
I'll look it up.
So you wore Creed.
Yes.
Yes, and that's actually one of my favorites from Creed itself.
Okay, so Sunday is Miyake Yuzu, saying it's get compared to cool water, but it's way more sophisticated.
Very nice.
Miyake, I have.
You have the intent.
This one, which I have here.
Yes, you have the intent.
I have, yeah.
I think we talked about this one last week.
We did, yeah. So this is the only Miyake I have, right?
Yes, that's the only one that you have.
And I do like it. It's actually on the current tray.
Yeah, it's really nice. So I'll have to try the yuzu. Okay, I need something to write with. I brought a pad, but I don't have something to write with. Okay.
All right. So yuzu, that would be one to look for. If it's compared to cool water, I assume it's more spring summery.
Cool water,
maybe?
Yeah. Well, it just depends on some of the notes. Yeah, cool water is definitely more of a. I mean, some people wear it as a signature scent, and they wear it year round. But I consider that more of a blue, fresher fragrance, and so I would wear that. At least where we live, I would wear that more in the spring and summer. Okay, so what else are they recommending? That's a good one.
Okay, yeah,
okay.
That was the last comment.
Okay.
I know I saw it somewhere. I remember this. Now, we actually did take notes.
I used to do my fair Tybo. I love Tybo. Oh my gosh, that's so good. They need to bring it back. That guy, I know he's still buff. I don't know the name of the lead guy for Tybo. I know he was a former celebrity workout guru.
One that said James Bond, actually it mentions it in the book, because you know that James Bond originally was a novel. Fleury Line. I don't know that one. Fleury number 89. You know what? I'm going to have to get that just because of that.
Okay.
Floris.
Uh-huh.
Number 89.
89.
This is an old one. It was made in 1951.
But still, a lot of the originals are very, very nice because they're classic and they're not trendy.
So I'll get it just for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. So,
that's the one.
Billy
Sean
Blanks.
Connery.
Yes. Billy Blanks. Yes.
Billy
Tybo.
Blanks and Tybo.
Yeah.
Sean Connery wore Guerlain Jicky. Guerlain Jicky.
What? Let me see.
J-I-K.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I actually looked that one up. It's like $500 a bottle right now, if not more. I know that there was a couple of eBay sellers who had it's crazy expensive because it's so hard to find.
Okay, this is the one. It said that Daniel Craig wore Tom Ford Tobacco
Vanille.
Yes. Okay. Ooh, and Timothy Dalton, Burberry Brit.
Really? I'm surprised.
Roger Moore.
Do you guys I've tried the women's Burberry Brit and I actually bought it and I don't return things. I never return things. I actually returned that one because I did not care for it at all. But that was the women's version. So Burberry Brit, if you are familiar with that fragrance, go ahead and comment and let us know what you think about it.
So you didn't like that one?
For women.
Oh, for women.
For women, I actually bought it for myself. And like I said, I always do everything blind buy. I thought I would like it because it had lavender. It had some other notes that I enjoy. But I did not care for it. And it was actually one that I returned. And like I said, I don't return things. I'm not that kind of person. I usually will make sure it works or, pair it with something else. Guys, I got to run. Have a great stream. See you in 2023. Oh, okay.
Already? Just gone.
Bye.
Okay. See you later. Thanks for hopping on.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. More Billy Blanks talk.
Okay.
I'm trying to be more like him, only with double the money and half the blank.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good goals. Good goals.
Very, very nice. Oh, Justin, I can't believe you're on. Okay, if you don't know Justin, like Justin's big time on YouTube. He's big time. So
No, I'm not into the fragrance community like you are. I'm here with you because it's you.
Okay, so watching his YouTube, he's very articulate. There's nothing cheesy about his channel. He is very well educated on all parts of like just everything about his fragrances, and he's also a musician. Yeah, so he's outstanding.
I like that. All right, very good.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, and nobody will get this reference, but because I'm on here with you, I'll just say it. When I think of Billy Blanks now, I have to think of the line from MF Doom, "Rhymes like dimes."
Rhymes like dimes.
This fly flow takes practice like Tybo with Billy Blanks.
Okay.
Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
They might.
Bilbo says yes, that Justin is a legend.
He is a legend. He has been doing this he has been doing it for probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, but over a decade. And then he took some time off, but he is a professional musician, and he does the YouTube, and correct me if I'm like wrong, but because I know a little bit, but he is outstanding. And him and his fiance, if you haven't gotten married yet, they're a lovely couple, and he is so articulate. And it comes natural. It just comes natural. And he is a joy to watch. He really is.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. All right. So what else do you want to talk about? Because I got mine I'm ready to talk about, but I want you to go next.
Okay. So the one that I have enjoyed this week is Joy Intense by Dior. This one was recommended to me by my sister-in-law, Jackie, and she always smells gorgeous, always does. She actually wears Joy, just eau de parfum. This one's the intense version, and I love it.
So this isn't just one she recommended. This is she actually wears this.
She wears the eau de parfum, not the intense. This one's going to be richer, deeper, heavier on some of the notes. But this is another just powdery, sexy, seductive type fragrance. It calms me. I can
see that.
It's so beautiful. Like when you go in for a hug and someone is wearing this, what I say is you don't want to let go. Like you don't. This one's really good and gorgeous. Take a look. Like this is beautiful. The magnetic top. I mean, I love the detail. I love that, these perfumers and these designer fragrances, and not all of the niche do it. Some of the niche do it, but I like it when the company actually takes time to design a bottle and then to put the quality in their product and their pieces. And when they have a magnetic top, like I have lipsticks by Marc Jacobs that have the magnetic top, and that it just adds a little extra something that they paid attention to, those little details that people like me pay attention to and notice. And it's just high quality. So this is Dior Joy Intense. Love this one.
And look, it makes sense because people say, well, it's a fragrance, why does it matter what it looks like? It's about the smell. The whole point of it is the aesthetics, right? It's the look, the feel, everything. I mean, they don't come all in just rectangular boxes and, in the same type of bottle for a reason, right? You want it to look almost as good as it smells, and the naming that goes into it, packaging, it's all part of the experience.
It's all part of the experience. And when you think about the marketing and the research that goes behind it, you can tell which ones actually have taken the time and the effort to do so. And if you can find that in a fragrance and you don't have to spend a fortune on it, then that's like just a double reward from it. Now, my problem, and I've always said this, is when you do spend an arm and a leg, at least for our budget, because we're both educators, I don't like it when I'm spending $300 a bottle or $400 a bottle and it's packaged in a really cheap bottle, cheap top, like just.
I think you're referring to the one I just talked about.
I know. I don't know if we can do that.
No,
they took the other one.
They took the other one. Like this one's
This
okay,
one's not as bad.
But you're
this
gonna
one
spend
is
however
not
much on
as
cream.
bad.
Like it's just black. It's simple. It's whatever.
We don't necessarily want to mention negative because
No,
we don't want this to come back to because we love the fragrance.
No, the fragrance is fine, but I'm just
fragrance
saying
is outstanding.
For the
but
Adventus, the bottle is
oh my gosh,
a little disappointing.
It's disappointing. So when you think about like the hardware that goes with it, this plastic top on a, $350 bottle versus 110, 120. I mean, come on, like put a little bit more into the quality of your product.
And you can't say, oh, well, because, women want a certain look and the men, look, this is a men's fragrance, right?
Oh
this
my
is a men's
gosh,
fragrance?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Or it can be used.
It could be both.
It could be both, but it's
Perfume to Marley, like,
yes.
I mean, fancy, solid, very solid.
And now this is high quality. So when you talk about, I know they took the Leighton and they took about something else, but this one here is Herod. And look at this, the heavy weighted, the quality of the bottle, like this is gorgeous. This is high quality to me. So not only the fragrance is going to be long lasting and stay to your skin for hours upon hours, but you also have the quality and the craftsmanship of the bottle as well. And it's okay if it's mass produced. Like they're still taking some time to put the visual parts together, to put the quality in the product themselves, as opposed to some other where they just made it.
Yeah. And so like when I have this on the tray, which she arranges my tray for each month. And so when I have this, I put this one to the front of the tray because I can see it. And some of them just get pushed to the back. Like I'll spray them, but there's nothing special to look at.
Right.
This one of my personal favorites. I think it's cool.
Yes.
It's not
and it's not expensive at all. Very cost effective.
It's, unique, but the pie symbol, and you can see through it. I like this one, and it's got a little handle. It's just a little details, right? It's unique. It stands out. I like to look at this as opposed to just a brick.
Right. All right. So Justin, since we have you on, if you're still here, oh my gosh, share with us. I'd love to hear your favorite fragrances as of late. Which ones are you trying? How are things going?
And Bilbo asked, that's a good question, what Justin thinks of.
Yes, let's put that up here.
On Dua fragrances.
Dua fragrances. Okay.
So we'll see. Justin has a chance. You can drop a comment.
Yes, if Justin is still on, I would love to have him comment. And Justin, if you ever need someone on your show, I would love to be a guest with you. That would be amazing. I promise to, I'd do my homework. I'd be prepared.
All right. So I talk about mine now. So what I got, and I think it's pretty good. I'll spray it now too, because I didn't wear anything purposely. Spice Bomb.
It's been around for a while.
Victor and Rolf.
It's one of those signature scent fragrances that probably a majority of guys have it in their collection. It is mass appealing. It is going to give you just that warm, spicy, like just sexy vibe. But you can also dial it down a little bit if you want to wear it to the office. I think it's a very nice, pleasant fragrance.
And not, fancy, but I do like, at least it's unique. It's interesting. Obviously it looks like a little grenade, and of course, very clever. You pull the pin before you use it.
Yes.
So Spice Bomb, and I think it delivers as promised. It is spicy and it is noticeable. It's nothing, Okay, so I'm gonna do, because I haven't sprayed anything yet.
Okay.
Well, I'll do both sides.
Okay.
Since I'm not wearing anything.
Right. And right away you can smell. I mean, it's gorgeous. I know a lot of people prefer the extreme, the one in the green bottle, and then there also is the one in a red bottle. Those are all very nice as well. I just know, like for him, it's more kind of like I am, where it's not too much in your face or,
So good. Yes.
It's very pleasant. It's very warm. I think it's perfect for winter and for fall. Definitely. Okay, what is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. All right. So anyways, we got Spice Bomb is the one that I got, and I like it. It's a nice one. Definitely perfect for the season. So I'll be wearing it throughout the next few weeks for sure. Now I know you have, don't tell me, Flower Bomb.
Yes, I do. And I actually wore it. So we had, here where we live, we had temperatures down to like 12 degrees last week. 12 degrees, 17 degrees, which is insane from where we live. And then this week, no joke, it was 59 to 70 degrees. So I don't put my fragrances away and like rotate them off my tray as much. Like they're not packed away in a storage drawer or, case or anything like that. Because here in Texas, where I live, you can have all 4 seasons in 1 week. So I actually wore my Flower Bomb this week, and I love it. It's a lovely fragrance. It's beautiful, and it's not too heavy, and it's not too spicy. So when the weather was up into, the top, I guess it was like upper 60s, this is what I wore during the day. And I thought it was very nice. And then at night, I actually wore this to bed as well. So it was a very pleasant fragrance. I know it's been around for a very long time, and so many people don't wear it because it was so popular at some point. For me, to each his own. And if you love something and it makes you feel good and it makes people around you feel good, wear it. Why not? It's going to smell a little bit differently on you than it would the next person. So I don't listen to all of that noise when it comes to, everybody has that fragrance. I'm not going to put that fragrance on. Whatever. I'm going to do what I like, and I'm going to use what I enjoy. And then if he likes it, it's a bonus for sure. So that's Spice Bomb, his, and then Flower Bomb for me. So I wore that as well. All right. Okay, so are you two for real on the up and up? Okay, so
don't even know what that means.
Okay, so
we're not fake.
Phil Stevens. So tell me what you mean. It's okay to share. I mean, we're open here as long as you're staying positive and you're wanting to know. I know your previous comment said something about,
I don't have to get time to that. Okay.
Well, I
don't know what that means, but
okay.
It doesn't matter.
So the real on the up and up. What is that? I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but you can clarify. I have no problem. Okay.
We have a comment from Skelly Claus. Is that Skeletor? I love Skeletor. Spice Bomb is awesome, both the OG and the Extreme.
Yes.
Is the Extreme the green one you said?
I believe so. I could be wrong in the colors, the variations.
Okay.
But yes.
Yeah, yes. I like it. I mean, I only just got it a couple days ago, but it's definitely good. It's definitely not something I can wear multiple times.
The green. Yeah. Oh, it's the gold. Okay. Spice Bomb Extreme.
Yes, Skeletor. All right, Skeletor for president. Yes. I don't know what that is. If you were a boy growing up in the 80s, you totally know who Skeletor is. Skeletor is the best.
Okay.
All right. So anyways, best Christmas present I ever got was Castle Grayskull back when I was 7 or 8. Okay. Anyways.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, Spice Bomb is what I got. Now, if I'm going to get a new one, which I'm not, but maybe if I do get myself a fragrance next, because you're on a spending freeze, right?
Yes. Yeah, I actually am. Okay.
I do want the one, the James Bond ones that I talked about, so I can say I have the cologne that James Bond wore, the Fleury.
Okay.
I also want the one that is Cuban, something. It's shaped like a cigar.
Seriously?
Yes.
Really?
Why not?
I don't know, because I just, you know me, I'm a visual person. That's so gimmicky.
I'm okay with that. I love the gold bar from 1 million.
I know, and I hate it.
I'm okay with it.
I hate
I'm not
it.
that sophisticated. So, all right. And then Skelly, the night vision EDP with the green band is awesome as well. Do you know that one? I don't know.
Yes, the one with the green band as well.
Night vision EDP. All right,
Night
add it to the
vision.
list.
Yes, night vision.
See, what's happening here, what is going on is now, because of what she's done, I'm going to be buying more fragrances than she is. Because
right,
I'll
you're
say
not
this
buying
again,
handbags.
No, that's true. I'm not buying anything else. Like a year and a half ago, how long has it been? Like a year and a half since you started getting me fragrances? Maybe a year and a half. Because I think it was like, you know gestures? Okay.
No, I'm just saying hello to my people.
Oh, okay. And then Phil, by the way, let me go back real quick. Phil saying we're awesome.
Okay, thank you, Phil,
Thank you for clarifying. Got her worried for a second. Okay, a year and a half. Like a year and a half, since she started buying me fragrances, and I had never in my life worn any cologne or anything. Like
never.
I knew nothing about it.
We've been together for 20 years and never until the last year and a half.
Never had one, and I only wore it because she's like, "Oh, you're gonna try this." I'm like, "Okay, if I have to, like, tried it." And I wore it and then she would buy me more, and like, okay, I already have like 3 or 4. That's enough. It's like I'm up to like 10 colognes. Like I'm good the rest of my life. I don't need any more. Okay, well now fast forward and I'm have like what, 50?
No, it's more than that. You're almost to 100, baby.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't count. Anyways, now I have a lot of them, and I'm like, oh, okay, this one's good. And I wonder, what about this one?
Ask these guys.
What about this one?
Ask these guys how many they have. They're going to be in the 200 and the 300. I guarantee
I'm sure.
you.
Anyway, so now I hear of a new one, or I'm like, oh, this and that. And I'm like, okay. Like I don't buy it for myself, but I'll mention it to her, and she'll get it for me because she's getting stuff anyways. But now that you're not buying fragrances anymore for a little bit,
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be on a little pause. Not that I'm not gonna be spending. Well, I should be. Yeah, I shouldn't be spending. But anyway, go ahead.
All right. So Spice Bomb Night Vision EDP. It's on my list now.
Yes. Night Vision.
All right, and shout out to Chester who's with us now. Thanks for joining.
Yes.
All right. So I got my list. Fragrances I'm gonna get. So what do you want to get for the new year that you haven't, like, what's next on your list? If you do get one next, what would it be?
Other than Rolling in Love, probably, I'm trying to think
all the,
of all the different,
You got a list somewhere. You just gotta find it.
There's going to be a couple from Killian that I want. I'll probably go back and research some there's one from Parfums de Marly that I still want. I'm just deciding between the 2 different fragrances. And then, I don't know. Like I said, there really isn't anything that is like something that I'm dying to get my hands on right now.
So maybe that's part of it, is like you have kind of the ones you had your eye on. Like you have enough.
Like Spellbound by Louis Vuitton. Wait, Spellbound? No, that's the old original. What is it? Louis Vuitton has one. Not Spellbound. It's the originator. I mean, I think they're still the same. But anyway, there is a Louis Vuitton fragrance that I've looked at that I would be interested in. I don't know. You put me on the spot. Now I can't remember the name.
I know. I always, when you're asking, you're like if you were just hanging around, you probably think of it. Yeah. Okay, Skelly says after the holidays, on a spending freeze as well. Yeah, that's usually what happens, right? We just spent enough in the past 2 weeks, however long. You're like, okay, I'm good until February.
Until February. You know what? There was one. Well, I think Rolling in Love is the one that I want for Valentine's Day. Is probably the one that I want. there is a Louis Vuitton fragrance. Let me see which one it is. I know people like that one. No, that one didn't intrigue me. That one didn't either. I'm looking it up. Nope.
Some of the ones I'm most kind of interested in, unfortunately, are like the Tom Ford ones, and those cost
A little bit.
a lot.
Yeah,
So
a
I'm
little
like,
bit.
I'm not, I can wait. Like I can wait on that. But
I don't know which one was the one that piqued my interest. I'm trying to see. Oh, that's it. Spell on You.
Spell on You.
Spell on You. Yes.
So that's next up. If you get them.
If I don't know yet. The ones that I do want to add are the ones by Gucci and Alberto Morella's put out. You know how you have Last Day of Summer?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a variety of different ones from the same collection.
Yeah.
I would love to have the entire collection. I really would. Now, if you're asking me the ones
Ford,
that
expensive.
Yes, if you're wanting to know which ones I would rather have, kind of like, with Parfums de Marly, I enjoy them all.
True.
I think I would really love those. And they are so elegant. The bottles are gorgeous. I would probably go along that line. And you know how you said one a month, have it be unique, very special, not mass produced. I think I would do something like that.
I'm willing to guess there's like a fragrance of the month thing that you could get, right? Where you can have a different, new release or something.
They do for like, our little travel size atomizers. They do that.
They're like small
samples. They're like sample size or travel size, and they'll wear with you, but you can be on like that monthly type subscription. So, yeah. Anyway. All right. So talk about your next one. Oh, is it my next one?
It's your turn.
Okay. It's my next one. So speaking of Gucci, this is the Eau de Toilette Gucci by Gucci. And this is the other one that I wore this week. I love it. It's gorgeous. Heavy weighted bottle, gorgeous styling, like everything all together. Like this just speaks classy and just beauty, elegance. And I love this sweet little horse. I don't know what you call this little thing that you put your foot in when you're riding a horse.
Stirrup?
It's just so cute.
Is it a stirrup?
Yes. Oh my gosh, like this. This one is so good. I would have a backup bottle of this one. This one is gorgeous. I could wear it all the time. I wish, I worked in a place where I could wear this type of fragrance every day, because this would be a go-to. This is Gucci by Gucci. This is the Eau de Toilette. This is gorgeous. One of my favorites. And no, there's not a huge dent because I can't really wear it as often as I would like. But this one is so beautiful. Yeah, my little babes in my class, my students are like, Miss Camus, you smell. Wait until the dry down. That is so gorgeous. Love that. So this was the next one that I loved wearing this week. Special occasions for sure, but I would wear it at any time. Because it is just mood shifting, mood lifting. Makes me feel good. And it smells like luxurious. It really does.
Gucci, I don't think I ever had one from Gucci that wasn't
that
good.
We didn't like.
I know some of them are your favorites. Gucci, is it Gucci Pour Homme? Gucci by Gucci Pour Homme?
Yes.
Or something like that?
That's my favorite.
And I don't know if I have any on this tray. No, I guess not. I did have a Gucci on there for a while. I replaced it. So.
Yes. So this is the one, like this is the line that I want to add.
But yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I do remember reading about this because I just can't.
You were doing some research.
Because I was doing some research when you were first getting into this and looking at fragrances, and that's when I learned about Last Day of Summer. And I guess they have a special line. It's like it's Gucci, but it's like
more of an
offshoot. Yeah, it's like a certain line, or it's like house. I know y'all maybe know what I'm talking about. where they do
They're considered
specialty fragrances.
like micro perfumes. It's niche. It's more specialty.
Yes. And so they have a certain line. Of course, they're more expensive, but they have Last Day of Summer, and there was a couple of others already.
A Midnight Stroll. It all sounds so beautiful. Like when you pull up just fragrances that Alberto Murillas has done, he's got so many of them.
But I think I also remember that the purpose behind it was they're trying a new line, and it was trying to appeal. It was more for like a younger generation. I remember reading this. That's what they were saying. That it was
really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
That's it. So that was the idea. It was something a little bit more for like new generation. So I don't know. I have to read back about it. It was interesting.
Yes, I'm going to pull up the ones that he's done for that particular collection that you're talking about. We're almost there. Okay, so did I go? Is it my turn or your turn?
I'll
talk about the next one. After the holidays, I'm going to spend. Okay, so we need a few more comments in the comment section. If you're still with us, go ahead and comment about, fragrances or things that you would like to discuss or talk about. I'm going to pull up a couple of the fragrances that we were talking about and wanting to try.
Chant for the nymph. That sounds interesting.
A Forgotten Rose perfume, glooming night.
Kiss from Midnight Stroll sounds interesting.
Yes.
Midnight Stroll.
A Nocturnal Whisper. So sweet.
A Reason to Love.
Oh my goodness. This all speaks to my heart.
A Winter Melody.
Mm-hmm.
A Song for the Rose. Very fancy names.
Yes. And those are it from that special collection.
All right. So the one I wore Christmas Day, I think it was Christmas Day, right? Was
smells so good.
Bottega Veneta, Pour Homme.
Okay, so we talked about this. So Bottega Veneta, this was one that grew on us over time. So after spraying it, after it sat there for a little while, when it first had its initial spray, both of us, we didn't care for it. Wasn't something that I really enjoyed, especially in the opening. Even when it sat on your skin, it didn't smell very good.
Too spicy.
Yeah.
But spicy in a not good way, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know if it was saffron or what, but
yeah.
But now, oh my goodness, and this is just like anything else, right? It matures, it becomes even richer and deeper and just more alluring over time.
Mm-hmm.
It is so beautiful.
Is it musk? Like a little musky, a little bit, but not overpowering anymore. It used to be, and I like musk, but it was a little bit, like I said, the spice. I don't know if it's saffron or whatever the spice is. It was just overpowering. Now it's more subtle. Now it's definitely better.
It has definitely developed, and there's no sharp edges around it. It's just very, I don't know. There's just a warmth about it. There's just, I don't know. It's very pleasant, and it's a very, it's a sexy fragrance. It's masculine. I don't know. It's a really nice, high quality fragrance.
And I think now it's like that perfect balance where it's noticeable, but without being overpowering. Like at first it was just too much. It was so overpowering. And now it's mellowed out a little bit. And, you can still, I think, probably detect it within arm's distance. You don't have to be that close, but it's not something that's pungent, And at first it was kind of pungent.
Pungent is a very good way to describe it. It was a little in your face and a little like off-putting. And I don't know what it was about it, but I thought, you know what? I got it from a really good dealer and someone that I trusted. And I thought, I want to give this some time because so many people had raved about it. And I said, no, I want to give it some time. And sure enough, thank goodness we did, because it is a very, very good fragrance.
And correct me if I'm wrong, we have another one of these, right? Or
yes.
You have Bottega Veneta.
Well, you have another one. You
I
have
have another
the
one,
one that's a little bit light and crispier for the springtime. Yes. Okay. So and then I have a few Bottega Venetas. This one is the one I also wore this week. This is Bottega Veneta, and this is Parfum. And let me see, is this I love the frosted bottom. Eau de Parfum. Okay. So good. It's a little powdery, but very, very slight. Like, my goodness, this is so good. I don't know why I don't reach for this more. That is beautiful. Like,
see, that's a good, and it does smell, like you can tell it's Bottega Veneta. Like there's certain
like a quality, and there's a certain DNA behind that.
Yes, like Parfum de Marly, like you can tell it's Parfum de Marly. They have that signature smell, like you can tell. And this one too. This smells like the one I have, but softer,
female leaning, like that is.
It's definitely got some spiciness to it. But this one again, very subtle.
Very
it's more
elegant.
Powdery.
It's warm. It's so beautiful. So if you haven't tried Bottega Veneta, either one, this one is so alluring.
And I will say that to me, not being like the most trained, nose or anything, but I feel like, and this is not a bad thing. In fact, I think it could be a good thing. Like that one, if it's Parfum, but it's not like an obviously feminine, like overly feminine fragrance. Like to me, I don't like powdery too much, and I don't like floral really that much at all. That's just me. Of course, I'm not a woman, but smelling it on you, I don't want powdery floral, like overly these supposedly feminine notes, but it still is good on a female. And this one is not like overly masculine. Like I could see a woman could wear this, and vice versa, but it still is not, for male. I could see them going either way, in other words.
No, I completely agree with that. So where it's more neutral, unisex, anyone could wear it. And it is true, whenever I have a more floral fragrance that I'm really enjoying, I know that those, if I'm not going to be hanging out with him on a date, then I'm going to carry those with me when I have brunch with my girlfriends, when I go out to, dinner with them, or my friends, something where it's not going to be a date night for us too. I know not to lean into a fragrance for that, because he doesn't care for the ones that are more floral.
Or like right after Zumba class.
Right. Yes. Okay. I'm going to get some water.
No,
yes.
I will.
Okay.
I will get it.
Okay.
I need a drink anyways.
Okay. So while he's getting that, let's see. Okay. So let's put this one up. So we have Skelly saying that if you haven't tried Wanted by Night by Azzaro, it's a great men's fragrance. Let me tell you, that fragrance for him has been in my shopping cart and then deleted, and then in my shopping cart and then deleted, and then in my shopping cart. Because, I've watched, I think his Gents, I think is his channel. And forgive me because I don't know his actual name. But he has talked about it for years, of it being just a classy staple, one you need in your collection, one that he is really fond of, that wears extremely well, that smells excellent. And year after year, he's talked about that is just one that will constantly come up on his radar as a go-to, and his wife enjoys it. And I think I have it in a sample vial. I believe I've smelled it before, and it has smelled wonderful. It really does smell very nice, and it's cost effective. Like, it's not one that is going to really hurt my budget at all. And so I have it written down here, Wanted by Night. And then I also heard the more intense version as well. I think it's a little smokier and a little bit deeper and richer. I've heard of that one as well. So thank you for recommending that. I will definitely put that on. So we've got some friends on here. I know, I believe the initials AM or AM is friends with Money Burner and that whole group of guys. I thank y'all for being here. That's excellent that we have a few of our friends on. So any other recommendations, or guys, y'all, we've been talking a lot about men's fragrances tonight. What fragrances do you like on women? What fragrances do you like on your partner or your significant other? Share those with us as well, because, you know, I have some shopping I think I could do, you know, a few of them. What would be something that you would recommend? It's so good. I even bought a backup bottle. Really? Okay. So I'm definitely putting that back in my shopping cart as my go-to. Love that. Thank you for the recommendation. Babe, you're getting a lot of new fragrances coming up here. I need to do some actual videos. You know, I haven't recorded. We were talking about this. I haven't recorded in a few weeks, which is terrible, but there always has been something that has come up that hasn't allowed me to record. And this has been a crazy busy time of year for Pierre. They're finally wrapping up. I think they did their last championship round for fantasy football. And since he's my editor, my video editor, it's hard because his schedule has been so tight and so full. And then with the holidays, it just made it really difficult. So I think I'm recording tomorrow, if I can, and then probably have some new videos come out. And I have those ideas already ready to go. I already have rich fragrances I want to talk about. Just haven't had the time, but I've got a lot more men's fragrances to talk about as well. So I need you guys to be watching. That would just help my channel so much. Trying to get over the hump, trying to get to that 1,000 mark finally. I thought I could make it in 1 year. I started back on January 2nd, putting out my first video. Didn't quite make my goal, but part of that was me. I didn't put out as many videos per week as I thought I could. But, you know, as a busy mom and a full-time, full-time wife, yes. But,
life. No, I said life happens.
Full-time
teacher.
It kind of makes it hard. So, but I appreciate everyone who has been here from the start. Okay, so cheers.
Now we are home for the holidays.
Yes.
At least for 2 more days. All right, so I got a list now, just like you have a list.
Okay, so
it says Mrs. Skell says dinner ready, gotta go. Have a great night.
Very nice. Bye.
All right, peace out, Skelly Claus.
Thank
and
you.
Have a good New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, are we still talking fragrances for Christmas or a different topic or what? What do you want to do? We're an hour in.
We can take off for Christmas, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe what you want to talk about?
Scents of the day. Some people have already mentioned theirs. Anybody new? Want to talk about your scent of the day / night, I guess.
Yeah, and I was asking earlier, I asked the guys that were on if they had a favorite for women or their significant other. Because we've been talking a lot about men's fragrances. Well, I want to know which ones I should be adding to my collection.
Yeah. All right, here's a good topic everyone always loves.
All right, so as we're preparing for the new year.
Everyone talk about how much weight they want to lose.
20 pounds.
Yeah, like that's possible. Anyways.
It is possible.
So.
It is going to happen.
Resolutions. I mean, is that what yours is?
Yeah, it's always to get more,
Be in
to
shape,
get
lose
healthier, to get fit. I mean, we just had everything done. And so, reflecting, part of it is not, my situation. I couldn't control,
Okay.
but always to be more active, to be more outdoors, to be more in tune and connected to nature. I think we spend way too much time on our devices, and there's so much to see and travel and experience.
We're going to be doing some traveling, that's for sure. But we talked about this with Jeanette because she sometimes goes to Philadelphia. We'll be in Philadelphia. We'll be in Austin, Houston, Dallas, like usual. Where else? There's somewhere else out of state we're going to go.
No? Are we going to Columbus, Ohio this year?
Maybe it was Ohio, something like that. Anyways, we will be traveling, and then wherever we're taking her to college.
Yes.
Other resolutions. Let's see. My resolution.
And don't joke about it. Like, be serious.
So that was my joke.
Because you always have like sarcastic comment. Yes.
What? Like me or something?
Yes.
I'm not gonna say anything about working out because you know how that goes. You work out and then it goes through phases. Like, hey, I'm gonna try, but look, until this year is over, it's gonna be crazy busy. So my resolution is I want to actually be better about getting more sleep because we need sleep. That's important. And I want more time to read.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say more time to read and reflect.
I want to read.
I know.
That's important.
Yes. So definitely something that we can all improve on. Sleep is so vital to anything. And it is true when they say, you're getting your beauty rest. Sleep is definitely one that affects so many parts of how you function in a day. So yes, definitely more sleep.
Always reciprocate.
Oh, very nice. Nice. Mm-hmm. Always reciprocate.
I know.
Wow. Very good. I like that one.
That's good.
That was a very good one. Anyone else?
Resolutions, what you got? Realistic or not. It could be your goal. Like maybe you're thinking that, in a perfect world, this is what I would do. Or what are you actually going to try to do?
Okay.
So.
I don't know. Something that we can, what do you think? Something that we both could work on.
I was going to say together.
What we could both work on? I would say being a little more financially responsible. And that's one thing that has never been an issue for me. Like I've always, as educators, we've always needed to budget, right? Like I feel like we live in a beautiful home and we have nothing to want for. We always have everything that we need and we're able to do things that we want because we have had to, as an educator, budget throughout. And we've always been very, very good about that. But in the last couple of years, I've kind of decided, no, I want to live life to the fullest. And what if there's no tomorrow? I didn't want to leave certain things left undone. And I think that was all the whole, going through the pandemic and us experiencing things where I thought, no, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait to do this. I'm not going to wait to do that. I'm going to enjoy it. And what does your dad always say? His father always says this. You have to do the things that you want to do and love when you're young. Because when you get older and you have this massive amount of savings and you have a massive amount of, just the wealth that you have saved for, he's like, you're not going to be able to move around and enjoy it as much as you would if you did it when you were younger.
Don't appreciate it. Yeah, you don't appreciate it as much, and you don't care as much.
Right. And so I've kind of lived my life that way in the last couple of years.
Well, I think that's how this whole fragrance thing came about. 'Cause you were like, you know what? Because the whole time we were married, you didn't buy fragrances.
It was 19 years. It was 19 years of never buying a single fragrance.
That's how this whole thing got started.
That's how this got started.
It was like YOLO.
It's just sitting and having those conversations with your dad. And he's like, look, don't wait to enjoy the finer things in life. Don't wait. Now, don't be irresponsible.
Right.
And so I think I need to balance a little bit of that out. But still enjoy every moment and live fully in every moment and not hold back or, not let. For me, it's always stress and worry that holds me back. And so I need to kind of come to terms with certain things and not worry and not stress and know that everything is going to be okay. And it always is.
Very good outlook. You're very fortunate. You have a lot of things to be thankful for. I mean, to me, that's the thing. I'm trying not as a New Year's thing, but just there's no point worrying about the future, which is completely uncertain and unpredictable, and you can't affect everything that even happens in the future. We'd like to think we can, and to forget about the past because it's already gone and done. Like, it's not going to do you any good. Just to be present, to live in the present, to make the most of now,
the here and now.
Right. Yeah, don't mortgage your future. Don't go spend all your money and then be broke, because then that would not be very smart.
Right.
But within reason.
Yes. Okay. All right. So what else? I need to take a potty break.
All right.
Go ahead and stay on. Ask if there's any New Year's resolutions people may have. And I will be right back.
All right.
Keep them busy. Ask them some questions.
We're not getting a lot of comments tonight.
20 questions. Ask them some 20 questions.
Well, some of y'all have been on. Okay. So I'm holding down the fort here. Not a lot of comments, guys. Okay, so New Year's resolution, just type it in there. What is it? What are you thinking you want to do? Otherwise, I'm going to be forced to talk about more fragrances. By the way, so in the Snoopy glass, it is a porter from Texas. Being that we're in Texas, local. We'll try to go local. Which is funny because I was just talking to the guy at the store. They always give samples, and there was a guy who has from one of the local breweries. And the beer scene here has just exploded over the last few years. It's crazy. It used to be there was nothing. It was Shiner, and that's it. Local beer didn't really exist. And now all of a sudden there's 20 small microbrews, and they have all sorts of things. So anyways, this is, I think, Bill Pickett Porter. It's pretty good. If you like a porter, that's definitely hits the right note. Nice and mellow, strong, but not overpowering. Got that kind of subtle coffee note going. So if that's your thing, I recommend it. Not that you could probably get this outside of Texas, but porters are always good. All right. So here's the thing too. We talk about pairing. You always put a fragrance with a season. And the one that I just got, I think is good for winter, the Spice Bomb. We talked about that earlier. A little spicy. But if I'm having a porter, and actually, to be honest, now, as of 2 days ago, it's really not cold here anymore. It was freezing for a while, but now the last couple of days, it's in the 60s at night, in the 50s. It's kind of nice for winter. So it's not even that cold. But I can still have something like this. This is good, not just for winter, but anytime. So what would go with this kind of weather? Kind of wintry, but not really, really cold. And with this kind of, this isn't spicy. It's more mellow and malty. So I'm going to reach for, this is the right one. Yeah. All right. And I think I mentioned this a couple times ago, or maybe even last time. YSL, it's La Nuit de l'Homme. So dark theme here, nighttime, right? La Nuit de l'Homme, night of the man. So nighttime, it's dark bottle, but it's really not a dark fragrance. It's just the bottle's kind of grayish. It smells like nighttime. I don't know how else to explain it. It just does. It's not deep and dark, but it is. It's well balanced. I'm trying to see how the best way to describe this is. A little bit of muskiness, not sweetness really, but La Nuit de l'Homme. I know I've talked about it before, but to me it pairs well with what I'm drinking in the weather.
Oh,
it's not
so good.
It's not really cold, you know, like wintry, but
yeah,
it's very nice. It's subtle. To me, it's actually a perfect nighttime fragrance. You know, I don't spray like she does, you know, right before I go to bed and like smell, and I don't do that. But if I wanted something that would be like considered like a nighttime bedtime fragrance, like that would be it. So I like it. This is the one that I think I probably should wear tonight if I'm wearing something. Of course, I'm wearing like 5 different fragrances now because I sprayed the Bottega Veneta and the Spice Bomb. Didn't spray the green Irish Tweed because that one's pretty overpowering. Not overpowering, but you know, it's a very distinct green note. But yeah, and it's very mellow, and even now it's settled down a lot already. So it's very subtle. Yeah, it's not really spicy. It's not really sweet either. It's just subtle. It's a little musky. It's pretty good. So that's what I'm going with. I think it pairs with what I'm drinking. That's what I'm saying. Now, if I were to have something, which I don't have, but the Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford.
now that one.
That's on the Christmas list for next year.
No, that is one we definitely need. That is one that we definitely need in our closet.
And like tobacco is obviously off-putting to some people because some people just don't like it, the smell of like, you know, cigarette smoke, but I don't mind it. I like it if it's not super strong. Even the Bentley, right, which we talked about last time, the Bentley definitely smells of that, but I like it. It's good. It's just you have to be careful. You have to kind of wear it in moderation. And then I know I've talked about this probably the last 2 times, but the Replica Jazz Club getting a lot of attention from us lately. I wore this the other day. Not that we went anywhere, I had a reason, but I was just going to the store or something, and I decided the Replica Jazz Club is pretty good. Slightly smoky, but still pretty mellow. Not a cheap one, but it's definitely a good one. And I do want more of those. The Replica, it's Maison Margiela. Actually, let me see. From Paris. Maison Margiela, I'm going to assume. Heady cocktails and cigars. Makes sense. All right. Jazz Club is still good. I'm still going to rep it probably several more times also. But yeah, I think La Nuit de l'Homme is very subtle. It's nice. It's something I should probably wear more often, to be honest, because you can wear it kind of anytime. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to wear probably the rest of tonight. Although right now I already have the Spice Bomb on me, so I don't know if it would go with it.
What about for New Year's?
Good question. New Year's is tomorrow. So what would I wear? Now for New Year's, we don't go out to some crazy party. We don't go downtown, anything like that. We were with family. We hang out. So I don't want something that's super strong. I don't need something that's fancy. Or something that's nice but subtle. I might wear, given what I have here, the options, if not Jazz Club, which I keep talking about, I might wear, I don't know, the one that you just got me for anniversary, which is Prada. Would that be a good one?
Probably. I mean, Prada's always good, but I'm thinking maybe Jazz Club.
I probably will go Jazz Club. That's what I was thinking. And again, Jazz Club is pretty new to me. I mean, we haven't had it that long, and I haven't worn it that much, just a couple of times. But I think that's good. It's a good kind of a party vibe, you know, but without being too strong.
Yeah.
I think the Bentley's a little too strong. That's definitely a heavy winter one.
I think Bentley would be good if we were going out and having
Yes.
a nice party, elegant evening where we're all dressed up and, not on the town. But since we're just going to be with family, it's probably not one that we would do.
Yeah, I mean, just ironically, I think if you were at a club or in a crowded area, like I would wear the Bentley instead of the Jazz Club. I think the Jazz Club is more subtle than Bentley, but the Jazz Club is still really nice. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Start the new year with Jazz Club.
Okay, so I'm switching up my beverage.
What you got there? It's like a dessert.
Yes. So I have, it's coffee. I'm sure there's a name for it. It's coffee with
Actual coffee.
Yes. It's your cold brew. Cold brew with chocolate milk, Smirnoff, whipped cream, and Dr. Pepper.
I don't think there's a name for that because I think you just made that up. That it doesn't exist, but it's sort of like a Black Russian, but with the soda is different.
Yes, but
Dr.
it's
Pepper's.
so good. I know Dr. Pepper's like I think a Texas thing. Is it a Texas thing?
No, it's everywhere now. But
is it?
Is that good?
Try it. I like it. I was craving something sweet and without
I smell the coffee.
having to eat here on. I don't know. Could we eat? I guess we could eat.
It's actually kind of good.
It's really.
I probably wouldn't put as much Dr. Pepper, but
I would probably put more coffee than I would the Dr. Pepper. But I already had it.
But it's good.
It's really good. So cheers, everyone.
The best, and it's funny. I was just talking about this because my porter is like coffee notes. It's rich and deep. Roasted malt. The best, which I like. I love coffee. I like the coffee liqueur. So it was recommended because I got another one which I really like. Actually, I probably like better, but was recommended on a Discord. A coffee liqueur called Mr. Black. That stuff is good. Like You've tried it?
You've tried it?
Half a bottle through it. Yes.
Really?
It's good enough that you really don't need to mix it with anything. Like you just drink it.
Just on ice
or just straight on ice.
Really?
It's that good. It's smooth. Yes. Or you could mix it with some milk or chocolate milk, and have a little dessert drink. Or I can mix it with coffee, cold brew, which I've done, and it's good. Mr. Black. And there's different kinds. I actually want to get another one once this bottle is done. But the other one I have, which is really good, is called Red Eye Rye.
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Yes.
Flavored whiskey. That stuff is good too. Yeah, no one's commenting. We still got a couple people on, but no comments. So
last week we couldn't keep up with all the comments.
I know.
And this week everyone's just kind of mellow. So are y'all just kind of chilling at home, keeping us on? I want y'all to be as involved in this whole conversation. We love being here. Love hanging out with y'all. But in order for us to get to know y'all a little bit better, we have to have that interaction. So please don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to come on and, share a few things with us.
Well, I just say this because some people, it's not that late. I mean, like even Eastern time, it's barely midnight. But anyways, maybe some people are just saving it up for tomorrow night because it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. But if you watch this after the fact, don't watch it live, but if you're watching this the next day or whenever, put a comment in the comment section on YouTube, give a thumbs up, subscribe, help out, because the goal is 1,000. Getting there, spread the word. Yeah, that would be very much appreciated.
That would really, really help me out. Just because, I those of you who follow me on Instagram, I've got 2 accounts. One was primarily for my teaching account, and then I switched it over, and I'm ready to retire. Like, I've put in 24 years in education. I'm ready to transition back to what I was doing prior to starting my educational career. And yes, I was in fragrances. I was in the cosmetic industry. I'm a former, Clinique counter manager. And then I sold men's fragrances for a long period of time while I was going through college. I guess I was on the little bit of extended college scene version. Anyway, but that being said, I did. I changed my major a few times. So, but that being said, I would love to be able to just do this full time and just being able to create content a lot more often than I do. So my goal is to reach that 1,000 mark so that I actually can start, doing this more often. So without y'all's help, I wouldn't be able to do this. So definitely like, subscribe. Share, follow me on Instagram, Velma's Essence or Velma's Essence 2. And that would be and then right now, like if you have friends right now that you can text and tell them to come on so that I can get to know them better, so that we can get to know them. He's here to help me kind of navigate through the question and answers that are popping up, just because I'm not the most computer savvy.
Tech support.
Yes, tech support for sure.
Actually, no. I'm here because it's happy hour. We're hanging out.
Well, and that's the other thing. We would normally be having cocktails and, hanging out here in our home. We live a little bit further out, and we're, this is the safest place for us to be if we're going to be having a beverage or two. And so this is what we love. We want to be able to, get to know y'all a little bit better. And he's amazing. He's great being on air. He can do this for hours upon hours. And he just has so much, a wealth of knowledge.
I'll be doing it tomorrow for hours. Not about fragrances, granted.
Yes.
About football. But anyways, no, you are amazing, and you have a wealth of knowledge about this. I just kind of pick up bits and pieces of what I hear. I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to this. But look, instead of what had been, like you said, Friday night, we'd be hanging out, drinking, and you'd be telling me about your fragrances and about my fragrances. And we decided, share. Why not share it with people who would be interested?
Yeah. And I know that, I know that there is a ton of fragrance fans out there. The fragrance community is large, and I know there's a variety of different shows out there that are on. So is this something that you would prefer to happen earlier? Like if we came on a little bit earlier during the evening, or is this a good time for y'all?
Yeah, maybe we'll go earlier next time. That's fine.
We'll see.
All right. Well, whenever we do get off, now I have some shopping to do. I'm actually going to look. You don't believe it. I'm going to be looking for fragrances, and I'm going to probably be buying some before you are.
Really? Well, that's good.
And I don't have a gift certificate. You do.
That's okay. That's good.
What are you going to be? Well, you still have yours, I guess. Are you going to spend it? Are you going to buy fragrances now? Or are you going to wait?
I'm probably going to wait. I know.
Wow.
I'm probably going to wait.
You have quite a bit. You can buy a couple of different fragrances, depending on, depends how high-end you go. If you buy one of those Tom Fords, then you can't buy more than one. But anyways.
No, I couldn't buy more than one with them. But anyway, yes. All right. So,
All right.
I don't know. Oh my goodness, where is Jeanette?
I know.
Why
I guess
isn't
Jeanette must be busy
on?
tonight. I guess. Oh well. She'll be on next time. I'm guessing.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
So, anything else?
I don't know. Are we ready to sign off? What time did we get on?
We're an hour and a half in.
Hour and a half? Okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty much, unless there's more people coming on. I don't know if we have anything else to share. If not, then we're going to go ahead and finish our cocktails off air. You tell us if there's a few other things that you want to talk about, there's a few other things that you want to share.
We actually got it.
Oh, let's see.
This is from Anmal Sharma.
Okay.
Always watching your reviews, getting to know your wise take on perfumes, which is a little different and better than other perfumers who hype every perfume that comes.
Oh, which is a little different and better than the other perfumers who hype every. Oh, thank you so much. That
And
is
you-
very.
You are good. I know it's going to make your night. Love from India.
I know. Oh my goodness. Thank
Very
you
much
so
appreciated.
much.
But
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
So I don't cry. Yeah, very much appreciated. And look, it's kind of hard. I would just say this: when you're on there, you're talking about a well-known fragrance or what, and you don't want to be negative. Like, I mean, look, the whole intention of being on is not to be negative and to put negativity out there in the world.
Right.
That's not what you're about, and that's not the purpose of this, because it's easy to do that and it's not really helpful anymore. But you're going to be honest. There's one thing you know about her. If you do know her, anybody who knows her, 100% honesty. She will not tell people what they want to hear. She will not, beat around the bush. It is always what she says is what she means. What she means is what she says. Always, right?
Yes, that is
so your
true.
purpose on here is not to sell. Like, you don't have promotions. You don't get free samples. You don't get paid by anybody. It's just like, this is what I have. This is what I think. That's it.
This is what I have. This is what I think. This is what I enjoy. This is what I don't enjoy.
And you like most of what you get, but if you don't like something, you'll say it.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, when I'm on, there's a majority of them that I like. Why? Because, like I always say, I always do the research. I always try to look and read about what type of fragrance it is, what type of notes that they have, what are the notes that I really enjoy. And for the most part, like, that's the process. I really love doing the research before actually buying. And then, I will buy a couple that have been talked about on YouTube by other people who have been doing this for years. There are certain YouTubers on here that I love and I trust their insight. And there's some where I just happen to love some of their fragrances. And so, I'll buy a couple of those fragrances that they have recommended. But I have always been that way. I don't feel like there's no point behind telling you something that isn't true or authentic. And for me, if I love something, I'm going to share that with you. If I'm not quite enjoying it, I will tell you why. And I'll keep it and I'll try it again and I'll revisit it. And sometimes I'm surprised by that. And it ends up something that I truly end up enjoying.
Well, case in point, I don't know if you were with us earlier.
Right.
A little while ago, we talked about this and we've mentioned it before, Bottega Veneta. I don't know, did you feel the same way about yours or is it just mine?
No, it's just yours.
Just mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Bottega Veneta pour homme. And both of us, the first time we got this was a few months ago, and smell it was just like no, it wasn't good. I did not like it. It was too sharp. It was very pungent, very, very spicy, but not in a good way. It was just overpowering, and it was too much. I don't know if it was like saffron or something.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the note in
But
it,
it was
or
like
the combination of notes, but it just was a little upfront and a little bit more overpowering, and it didn't quite blend naturally, where you know that some notes that go together, it's just a combination made in heaven. But for this one, it didn't.
Just didn't like it. And I was like, man, we spent how much on this? It's not a cheap, right, thing, but Bottega Veneta is supposed to be very well known, very popular, globally. And we're like, don't like it. I don't even know if I could wear this again. But now, months later, it's mellowed out. And I actually wore this. And I mentioned this. I wore this 2 days ago.
And I'm telling you, okay, so a lot of times he will spray something, and my job is to try to figure out what it is that he's wearing, right? Because it has been a while since I've been in the business. And so it's trying to get myself back into training myself to recognize the notes, or to recognize, the different accords in the fragrance. And so he put it on, and we always try to figure out what he's wearing. And for the most part,
I like, what is it? What is it?
For the most part,
you usually nail it. At least within the first couple of tries.
I usually get it. But this one, he hadn't even asked me. And I was like, ooh, what are you wearing? Mm-hmm. And then he's like, I don't know. What do you think I'm wearing? And I was like, oh gosh. And then I started thinking about like which one he would have chosen for the particular night that we had. And I did not pick Bottega Veneta. And he told me what it was. And I was like, oh my God.
You wouldn't have expected that, because it smells very different.
Oh, it was.
And I think I sprayed it here or here.
It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous fragrance.
Now it out a little bit even more.
Oh, that is so good.
And it's still noticeable. It has a distinct smell, but it's not as overpowering. Anyways,
I'm sorry.
Definitely
I need a tissue. Oh, he's so sweet.
Well, you're gonna cry now if you. Okay, so let me go ahead so you can get it all out now. If you can read his last comment. For her, it comes from the heart and not for the views, and it shows. All right, now it's just crying, like full blown crying. All right, so this is very true. I'll keep that up. So yes, look, we're not gonna. Well, she's not putting out these videos that are clickbait. There's some channels and some people will do anything just to get views and clicks. It's just something that I enjoy, that allows me to escape everyday life. Right. You didn't do this, but like, oh, I'm going to make a lot of money, talking about perfumes and telling people. No, it's like you enjoy it. This is what you do normally. And you're like, hey, maybe I should share this with people. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Now, it would be nice to get over 1,000 subscribers. It'd be nice to be able to get that stuff. But if it doesn't happen, it's not like that's why you're doing it. Not making any money from this.
Oh my goodness, that's so sweet. But it is so true. And thank you for making that comment. It is so true, because I know why I come on YouTube. I come on YouTube to escape everyday life, like the stressors of life, and just kind of have my downtime, right? Have my time to decompress and relax, and then be educated by the people on YouTube that can provide me with some insight, right? There's YouTube channels for entertainment. There's YouTube channels for silliness. There's YouTube channels for just, I don't know what, just
anything and everything.
Right. And so, but when I find those people that I enjoy watching, I learn from them, and they have experiences, and people who comment in the comment section have their experiences, and they share. And then we find some common ground, or maybe it's like things that I never thought of, or I didn't think that I would enjoy. And it's just 20-30 minutes out of your day that you can just have to have that decompression time and just kind of escape the stressors of everyday life. And so for me, finding those channels where people are still authentic and finding those people who put out content that are still real and you can trust. That's just who I am. That's who I've always been. And I'm not going to just say anything, like you said, just to get a view or a reaction or, whatever. I'm just going to try the best that I can to educate. And I don't mean like to make you like better, but I think if I'm doing the research behind a particular fragrance, let's say it's Alien Sublime, and I look up the notes and I talk about the different parts of the fragrance that really intrigue me, well, that's what I'm going to share with you. And then if that can help you decide, if you're on the fence, well, should I get Sublime or should I get, what other fragrance? Then, I've helped you in a tiny little way. I don't know. I just want to be able to put that out. So that was very sweet. Thank you so much. We've gone on a little bit more about me that we can move on.
All right.
That we can move on. Okay. So, favorite fragrances. Sorry, I'm rubbing my nose.
We talked New Year's resolutions. We talked fragrances for Christmas.
Can't take that off.
Different
topic.
Take that off.
Favorite notes in a fragrance. Favorite notes or things that you hate in a fragrance or dislike. How about we put that up?
Can make it better. Okay. Give me 1 second. Favorite notes. Hold on.
Favorite notes in a fragrance, or favorite notes or ones you don't like, I guess. Like for me, and it's so funny because I've always talked about this with you, like the fragrances that are creamier, that are more subtle, that have a well-rounded, just a beautifully blended without the sharp or tart. I don't care for sharp and tart. I like creamy. I like subtle. I like, I don't know. That's the type of fragrance I like. And so they're going to have vanilla. They're going to have maybe
some fruitiness, maybe.
Some fruitiness.
But without being too strong.
I like guava. I like peach. But I also like the nuttiness, like the creaminess from like almond or pistachio. I also love with nutmeg, fragrances that have, and I know most people would be like, oh my gosh, seriously? No, but like with patchouli, but patchouli has to be done right. If patchouli is too heavy, it can be overpowering. But when patchouli is done right, it smells so good. So good.
All right.
Okay, so we talked about our favorite fragrance notes. What's yours?
I love vanilla. Anything vanilla, it's good to me.
And that's your fragrances. Go ahead.
And to me, I don't even know if it's officially one of the notes, but I love, not your favorite, but I love the Gentleman by Givenchy.
Yes.
And to me, I smell vanilla in it. I get that kind of vibe.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'm curious. I like musky, but not too strong, of course. And then I like tobacco if it's subtle, which is why I like the Jazz Club. I do like the Bentley, it's just very strong. That's why I'm curious about the tobacco vanilla from Tom Ford. But of course.
Yeah, but no, that is one we can definitely do.
Yeah, eventually.
That's good to know.
Citrus is okay if it's mild. I'm not like crazy about citrus. I do like aquatic notes.
I enjoy aquatic notes on you, and then for me as well. The citrus that I don't care for is just the really sharp, straight up like lemon.
No,
I do not like that in our fragrance notes. But if I'm going to go citrus, then I'm going to love the mandarin orange. like that is a beautiful, because you can blend that with a creamy chocolatey note, or you can blend that with some other fruits, and then the right type of floral would just put some subtle florals with it. It's really good. So, okay. Well, I think we pretty much wrapped up our evening for our happy hour. Thank you so much for being with us this night. Definitely wishing you a very happy new year. May your year be blessed and filled with just, I don't know,
Good smells.
good smells. Sure, good smells. I
That's
was
a fragrance
thinking of just good health, prosperity, and
Good
love,
health.
of course. With love, anything is possible.
All right.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. Peace and love. Take care.